It was morning in November 1989. The cold wind softly brushed against my face as I awoke. I sat up and swung my neck from side to side in an attempt to crack it, as it always felt stiff first thing in the morning. I swore I heard my mother's voice, yet I couldn't hear what she said, but it sure woke me up. I made my way out of my bedroom, heading to the kitchen, where I assumed she'd be, like the beginning of every other day. In the kitchen, my mother was doing dishes, nothing out of the ordinary, but things were odd. I couldn't describe it, but something just didn't look right. The kitchen looked so dim. The once bright yellow cabinets looked pale, and the cliché checkered vinyl floor looked grey and bland. Even my mother's red apron that she always wore looked a dull pink. I shook my head and rubbed my eyes. I should have got more sleep last night. I scoffed under my breath. My mother turned around with a smile on her face, most likely acknowledging my presence. After observing the contents of breakfast, I decided I wasn't hungry. So I went up to my room to get dressed. I felt heavy and drowsy. What happened last night? I asked myself. Now I'm worried. I can't seem to remember anything before waking up. I try hard to regain my memory, but I brush the difficulty off as fatigue and open my wardrobe to find an outfit. Grey sweater and blue jeans. Impressive, I muttered to myself with that cheeky sarcasm my mother always hated. I'm off to school, Mom, I yelled. No reply. That's odd. My mother didn't give me her usual lecture about staying out of trouble. But anyway, I head out the front door. As I'm walking down the street, I spot my friend. Hey pal, how's it going? He ignores me. Hey, what's wrong? He still ignores me. I went up to him, tapped him on the shoulder, but he just swatted my arm away as you would when a foreign object comes in contact with it. Mate, what's your problem? I yelled, frustrated at today's events. But he just kept walking. And I'm left standing on the sidewalk, wondering what the hell's going on. I decided to go back home. It's just too much to handle, and I'm way too tired to bother coming up with a logical explanation. He's probably just upset at me or something. I don't know why though. Upon entering my home, I hear laughter. It's my mum. I go to the kitchen and find her alone, in the same spot I'd seen her at breakfast. I approached her near the sink. What I see takes the colour right out of my face. The sink is full of blood. My mother's holding a large knife of some sort, and she's mumbling, "I'm sorry. You looked so sweet sleeping in your bed." I could barely make the words out. Blood covering her arms and dripping into the sink. "Are you okay? What have you done to yourself? It doesn't take me long to realise that the blood in the sink, it wasn't hers. I run from my room. I think I must be sleeping. Of course there's no I enter my room. And I see myself in bed, sleeping. I roll myself over.